And we're live. Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and of the like. Thank you for joining in. Welcome all Mandela effectians. So I'm joined tonight with Teresa and Sandy again, and we're going to be talking about some brand new MEs. This is also our Valentine special, so feel free to join in and join the chatter. How is everybody this evening? Sandy, Teresa, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a crazy day. Happy Valentine's Day, Brian.
Happy Valentine's
Sandy.
Day. Happy Valentine's Day, Teresa. Today was just a bad day. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Sandy had her drama and I had my drama, and it was crazy. Mine was all weather related and Sandy's was all mechanical related.
No, it was also weather related. Freezing rain, icy roads, icy car.
Oh God.
Still bad. Still weather.
I'm told if it gets real bad, they'll actually shut down the bridge that goes from Decatur to here. Yeah. If it gets real bad, they might shut down the bridge.
Oh my God.
Well, our highways, it's shut down the commercial vehicles right now because you saw what happened in Texas.
Oh my God.
It's horrible.
Don't want to repeat of that.
What happened in Texas?
133 car pileup because of freezing rain.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was horrible.
No.
I cried.
What I don't understand is why on earth do they use sand? Salt. Salt melts ice. Sand doesn't melt anything, and then you got to clean it up. That makes no sense to me.
The salt pretty much dissolves itself, right?
Yeah, so why would you put down sand?
I don't know. It's beyond me.
I hope the news was just reporting wrong. Because I can't imagine why. I mean, I get it. The South doesn't usually get ice. But come on. Who puts sand down?
That's what you guys are looking at right there. The deep South having negative temperatures, which is pretty insane. There's some areas, even where I live, we had some sleet and a little bit of snowflake, but nothing really sticking to the ground. But you can see much of the South is covered up in snow. Is this a Mandela effect? I don't know. I mean, I think all these winter named storms are an ME, but
they are.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
I never.
A cute little cartoon.
I remember no weather name.
Teresa, is that your tornado that you saw earlier, or real winds? Like, didn't you have something going on?
Yes. It was crazy.
The pictures? Did you send him the pictures?
I thought I did.
Because he's in a folder right now.
Brian, they are? Well, there's a lot more pictures, but...
Brian?
You got some pictures you sent?
I have a picture of Teresa's tornado, which is actually a landspout.
Yeah.
I'll forward it to you right now.
Yeah, it was scary. It was really scary, Brian.
Yeah, forward it to me if you don't mind. So that happened.
The other ones are just. Yeah, the other ones are just in our pictures.
I had went to the swap meet to spend a couple hours at the swap meet, and when I came out, it was okay. It was getting a little windy, and I was thinking, okay, it's just a little breezy outside. Once I got across the street and sat down at the bus stop, I started feeling the wind getting stronger and stronger, and then all of a sudden, these people sat next to me, and I'm like freaking out. The wind got worse. I mean, it was going like 40, 50 miles an hour or higher. and all of a sudden there was a tire place behind me, like a tire store that sells tires. You know, you get your stuff done to your car. All of a sudden, the tires started flying, like literally over my bus stop.
You're
I was
saying
like, oh my god, yeah, the wind was,
you're saying this
yeah,
happened. This
yeah, I
happened.
was watching it. I took pictures. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That was down the
You guys
street.
see it? That's a
Yeah.
land spout.
Oh, it's a land spout. It's like a water spout on land.
Yes, but it does a lot of
Yeah,
damage.
and they're reporting the wind set up in the 70s.
It kind of
The wind supposedly the highest been in the 70s.
the wind was in the 70s.
Yes, yes, and different parts of the valley. But I know where I was at. The guy was looking at his phone, and he said it was like between 40 something and 50 something, and that was strong enough for me because I was like freaking out. I don't know if Sandy can show you the pictures that I sent her.
Teresa, you really can't see anything except this picture, which I sent to him.
Oh,
Yeah, it's right. I don't know if you guys can make that out, but it's like right there. You can see it.
yeah.
It doesn't seem like it was a real wide one, so thank God it wasn't that major.
No, but it's still there was a lot of damage. There were trees that were ripped up. People's roofs were partially ripped up. Like I said, the tires behind me were flying over the bus stop and going in the middle of the street. Thank God that none of the cars hit them. They were kind of like weaving around it. They were just thrown across the street, like rolling in the middle of the street. This is like a 6-lane highway. Oh, thank you, Moon Freedom. We all wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day tomorrow, so we wanted to be a little festive. So don't forget about your honeys, significant others tomorrow. Yeah, it was a scary day for me.
I think we know what happens if we don't get anything for Valentine's.
Yeah, we don't want to go into that
You
word.
have some unhappy campers, but but that's it's like the big day for all the florists, you know.
Yeah,
I was going into Kroger, and I was heading up that way, and a nice gentleman, he was walking out the door. He had like 6 vials.
what?
He was carrying them in some kind of holder, like with 6 vials and a bunch like roses in each one.
Uh-huh.
I said, "How much was that? That looks pretty cool." He said it was $16.99. Oh, really? For all that? He's like,
Wow.
"No, per vial." So for
What?
each vial of those roses, it was $16.99.
Oh, wow.
They must have been some high quality flowers.
Oh, Brian?
Yeah.
Brian, I just got an update on my phone about this storm. They just said there were power outages too. It just popped up on my phone. Sorry. It's like breaking news. Yeah, they said there were power outages, widespread damage. Yeah. That was pretty bad. Yeah.
Well, we're speaking of the weather, and these might be MEs considered, possibly MEs.
Mhm.
And remember when the community was talking about thunder snow? That that's a
Yeah.
thing, thunder snow. Well, now logically, there's also thunder sleet. And Sandy, would you like to explain that?
That's
It's identical. It's the same as thunder snow, except sleet is falling. The next slide tells you they're essentially just thunderstorms. The only difference between thunderstorms and those is the type of precipitation.
Thunder snow has been in my past since 2003. I'm not fully affected by this, Emmy, but I've never heard of thunder sleet until this week, although it happens in my area occasionally.
Yes, it does.
uh,
I've never heard thunder with sleet.
thunder sleet occurs the same way thunder snow does wintertime storms that develop along a warm front. The only difference is the sleet is produced instead of snow.
And it's also called thunder ice sometimes.
Thunder ice.
Yeah.
So I guess that means there's lightning too.
Yes.
So it really just depends on what type of precipitation is happening and what season you're in to where they call it different things.
Yes.
Oh, there's a second ME with this one?
There's multiples in here. Yeah, there's
Oh.
3, I think.
Yeah, we talked about the derecho storms last spring. They were a line of insanely strong storms that lasted for hundreds of miles in a small area and nicknamed inline hurricanes.
Inland.
That's what they were calling them?
One of the nicknames is an inland hurricane.
Inland
But that's
hurricane,
not the
yeah.
point. I'm saying, do you remember this? Yes, go on. Now, Teresa found this.
Teresa, you want to talk about this one? Teresa, you there?
Teresa?
I think she's on mute. Teresa? Okay, I'll read it. Rivers in the sky.
Hello?
Hey, there you go. Teresa, you want to read it?
Yes. Rivers in the sky. Atmospheric rivers are giant flowing streams of water vapor, while weaker atmospheric rivers bring needed rainfall. More intense atmospheric rivers can cause extreme precipitation, flooding, and dangerous mudslides. And as
All right.
water vapor rises
You don't
over
have to read all
mountains,
that, Teresa. That's in the slides coming up.
Okay, that's fine. So,
She can read the bottom though.
oh, okay.
Go back.
Let me go back.
Next
Okay.
slide, please, Brian.
No, Teresa, read the bottom.
Okay.
So they're called atmospheric rivers.
They're a cousin to the derecho.
I don't see it.
That's what was important in the last slide that you guys missed.
Okay.
I don't see it.
So just read the bottom, Teresa.
I can't read the bottom of it, guys.
Brian, you read them.
Also known as a tropical.
Oh, as known as the tropical plume, tropical connection, moisture plume, water vapor surge, and cloud sand. I've never heard of any of these. Oh, band.
Cloud band, yeah.
Maybe that's why we're having all these extreme weather situations right now.
Well, here's the crazy part. They categorize these like hurricanes. A category 1 atmospheric river. Category 2 atmospheric river. This is the weirdest thing ever.
Atmospheric river. So they can carry as much water vapor as 20 Mississippi rivers and are categorized like hurricanes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Have you ever heard of these?
No. It's like a long bullet of a storm targeting one specific area for days and appears like an atmospheric river on a weather map. Parts of what does that say? Parts of California will need yardsticks to measure the snow this week, thanks to atmospheric river.
I'm just letting you know they bring snow as well as rain.
That's the thing that's dangerous about cold fronts, you know? You always have these tornadoes that occur typically with these cold fronts. That's the part that scares me about them.
They don't happen in this area, though, usually.
We get them pretty frequently. They usually occur in the extratropical North Pacific, Atlantic, Southeastern Pacific, and South Atlantic Oceans, often making landfall on the west coast of North and South America, but not always.
And there you can see one going for the for Oregon and Washington State.
Look at this. Oh my God. So this
Las Vegas.
That's Vegas?
Yeah. Due to an atmospheric river. It's in the bottom. I don't know. I forget what year. 2019, February.
You remember that, Teresa? Was it flooded out like that?
Teresa's got to stop. Teresa's not here.
Is she not in the chat?
No, she dropped out of the stream.
Okay, I'm sure she'll come back in a minute.
No, she doesn't remember this.
Hey, I just want to give a couple shout outs. Moon Freedom's in the chat. We got Dean Johnson. We got Brian Smith. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Adam for Christ, too.
Yep. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Let's see. So they're an important part of California's water supply, and these rivers in the sky are notorious for causing flooding in unexpected places like Las Vegas, February 2019. See, don't you think Teresa would have remembered that? It must have been in like some remote parts of Las Vegas, maybe.
No, it's not. Actually, if you look at the top left, it's a news report. Those streets are right near her. Cayenne and Las Vegas Boulevard. They're not far from her at all.
So, and this happened in 2019, and she doesn't remember it.
That's what she says.
Hey, it's the greatest show on earth, I guess. Mandela effect. Epic cloud inversion. So cloud inversion is called cloud seas.
It's new for me, yes.
It's actually a result of temperature inversion where it's colder on the ground than in the air, which doesn't seem possible to me.
It doesn't seem like the upper atmosphere is always colder, but they're saying it's colder on the ground when this happens.
How's that even possible?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand.
The air is more dense the higher up you go, supposedly, you know? So to be clear, this is not fog. Fog forms on the ground, and these clouds are formed in the sky that rapidly descend to ground level.
That would freak me out. If I saw that, if I saw the clouds in the sky coming down to Earth, that would freak me out. That's what's happening here.
If I saw that, I'd almost think that Jesus was coming back, to be honest with you.
It's creepy looking. It is creepy looking.
Once a decade, inversion clouds fully fill the Grand Canyon, and inversion clouds occasionally will partially fill it, but the effect isn't the same. It looks really cool, kind of like it looks
like
cool right there, like you're in a nightclub and there's this fog stuff going on. Fog. It looks like a fog
they
machine.
move like clouds in the sky, though. On the ground, they still move like they're up in the sky. Like they roll on top of each other.
Apparently, Scotland, New England, Wales, and the Grand Canyon are just a few.
Doesn't it look like water?
Is there like a video of some of those? I'd like to see a video.
You will get a copyright. Is Teresa in the background yet? Yeah, you will. Dan gets them all the time. He stopped showing videos of weather stuff. He's getting copyrights.
Oh, because
he had to go back and remove the video.
Is it because music?
No, they're muted. Nope, they're muted. They're grabbing they're striking him for the video.
Okay. Well, I would definitely recommend you guys check that out. Go on YouTube and check out the videos of these things.
Eddie Von Keen, it's not fog. Fog forms on the ground. These are clouds from the sky. It's not fog.
Marine layer clouds on the Pacific coast.
They're also known as marine layer clouds on the Pacific coast.
Now, I have seen, like, I don't know if it's the same thing, but I've seen, like, videos of clouds back when we were looking at, there's also gravity wave clouds. You know that, Sandy?
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about that. And these clouds seem like they're rolling over the hill, like water.
And they actually do.
That looks like the ocean right there. Doesn't that look like the ocean? With like waves crashing on the shore?
It does.
Wow, that's amazing.
Is Teresa talking so I can't hear her?
Teresa, are you there? I can't hear you.
I'm here.
Okay.
We have
We got to be careful. All my high speed.
Eric, what'd you say, Teresa?
I said all my high speed is gone. I just got a text.
Oh my goodness, you run at a high speed quicker than anyone I know.
Exactly, because I use a lot of it, even though I'm using my hotspot. That's the problem. So let's see how long it works for.
Yeah. When they say unlimited, they don't truly mean unlimited
Well,
high speed.
they say that it has to do with how many people are on the tower. So right now it's doing good, but I have actually, I actually reached my 35. So let's see how long I stand for. Again.
Yeah. Edward,
Okay.
where are you at? It's showing 27 degrees below zero. I'd like to know where you're at.
Yeah, where's he at?
That's horrible. I can't even imagine 27 below. Nope. No thanks.
Where did he say it's at?
He didn't.
Edward, where is that? 27 below. Jeez.
Let's can we talk about the sound of music?
No,
Yes,
I want
Sandy,
you.
that was yours.
No, Teresa, no. I want to talk about yours before you get kicked out again.
Okay.
While Teresa's here,
Okay.
Teresa's folder.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm working the way over there. So okay, here we go.
See what I have.
You want to read this, Teresa? You want to take this one?
Yeah, the band that sang the 1963 hit song Heat Wave, Martha and the Van Blank.
Well, you can say it, but you want them to spell it, so you can say the word.
I was going to sing it, but never mind. It's like nothing but a heat wave.
No, spell Vandellas, guys.
Oh, wait a minute. They also sang Dancing in the Street, too. Right,
They sang
Sandy?
Dancing in the Street. They sang a lot of songs, actually, that we know.
The name of the group is called Martha and the Vandellas, but I need you to spell Vandellas.
Vandellas?
Yeah, Vandellas.
Not Mandelas, Vandellas. Anybody know how to spell it? I think it might be too old for people.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, you're not old, Teresa. So I'm thinking Vandellas is spelled with two L's, maybe. I mean, that's my best guess. I don't really know this one for sure.
I'm trying to get the songs. There's actually
Brian, how do you
quite a
remember
few songs I know from them.
I'm
trying to get their greatest
I might have to ask my mom or dad on this one.
Heat Wave, Dancing in the Street. No, there's more than that. I know there's more than that because I was reading it when I was making the graphics.
Do we have any votes yet, Sandy?
No.
Oh, I was looking for songs. I'm not in there.
Let
me see. Okay, Eddie Von Keen says something completely wrong because I gave VAN and he's saying VON because he's a Von Keen, so Vandela. But he says VONDELA.
Okay, well let's show what it is now.
Okay, well, let's show what it is now.
Yep.
Vandellas, and it has two L's.
Yes, and I remember one L. And I've got some awesome residue, right, Sandy? Especially that one piece, the residue. Wait till you see this.
My boyfriend.
Yeah, it's like
that's the other song. My boyfriend's back and
Look
you're
at
gonna
that,
be in
Brian.
trouble. Hey, nah, that's they sing.
Wow.
Brian, it was on a marquee, and look how they spelled it. It was on a marquee outside.
I see that.
1L. Yeah. I was like, oh my God. And there's residue Sandy found. Thank you, Sandy.
That says 1L.
Yep, 1L. That's what I remember.
Yep. Man, I wish I knew that. I heard those songs before. I just didn't know who it was. Like
I know.
Um,
Yeah,
it's
you
a
were
little
dancing
bit-
in the street.
little bit before my time. A little bit
Wait,
before my time.
No, but Brian,
Is
you know the one song, "Dancing in the Street."
Yeah, Dancing in the Street and Heat Wave.
you don't know my
Yeah.
boyfriend's back?
Oh, that one?
Yeah, they sing that too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
My boyfriend
Friends back and you're gonna be in trouble.
Hey, Marina.
When did it the Supremes? Why was it just Supremes on the previous graphic?
I don't know. I thought it was supposed to be the Supreme.
What, can you check the internet, Brian, for the Supremes and see if it changed? Or
Yeah,
if it was just the way they wrote it on that website?
The Supremes?
Yeah.
yeah. See if it's the Supremes now.
It's the Supremes.
Yes, David
Huh.
P. They also sang that song.
All right. What's next?
Brian's checking the internet.
For the Supremes? Yeah, it's still the Supremes.
It's still the. Then they just wrote it wrong. Okay, good.
Yeah. So what's next?
You can
Is
do
there
the
any
other
more?
one now if you want.
Is there any more that's Teresa's?
I'm sure,
The
but
plumber, the Christopher Plummer.
didn't we do that last week?
Yeah, we did that. We did the Christopher Plummer last week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind.
What about the Wizard of Oz? Is
We
that
did that
no? Wait,
last
that's
week,
old.
didn't we?
That's last week too.
Yeah, everything. I sent you pictures of the folders that are not from last week.
I see them. So let's talk about tech. Can we talk about tech? Let's
That's fine. Guys,
talk
if
about
you hear me
technology.
sniffling, it's because of allergies. My eyes will not stop running.
You might want to put a leash on them then.
They're tearing like crazy. It's driving me nuts.
Oh wow.
So wait, before you read the graphic, have you guys ever seen anything like that? The secretary's chair.
It looks like a neat gamer's chair, doesn't it?
Kinda. With a typewriter attached
Kinda
to it,
weird
yeah.
looking.
He's probably over there playing Call of Duty. Let's see. Sometime we come across technology that's never been seen before. Are they Mandela effects? That's the question. So that's for you to decide. And for some of these, you might want to ask, grandma, grandpa, if they're still breathing. Ask what? Ask them if they
One of
remember.
the main one that I'm showing in this folder is still around today, so you don't need to ask someone older.
Really? So the monowheel, self-propelled, and motorbikes, which date back to the 1860s.
And can still be found today.
Never heard of a monowheel.
Neither have I.
I've heard of a unicycle.
That's weird looking. Looks like fun.
So these one-wheel vehicles went by many names, including Dynasphere and Motor Hoop.
Yep. They even had them in small sizes for kids.
Wow.
Look.
Never seen these before.
Nope.
Pretty weird looking, huh?
They were so popular and common, they were featured twice on the cover of Popular magazine.
Don't you think a person would get dizzy in one of
Popular
those?
Science.
Popular
Guys?
science. Yeah.
Yeah, Popular Science.
Looks like it could be dizzy. I don't know why.
So there's a unicycle motorcycle. Never saw one of those before
Weird.
either. Now, to be fair, the ones on the sides are startups. Uno and Rhino are
Yeah.
companies that just made them, but the one in the middle is from the 70s or the 60s.
No, I don't know. Like no. I was gonna say I've
No,
seen some of these like in the circus, maybe, but
like,
maybe I'm
no.
still thinking of unicycles. Now these look really cool.
Weird.
What?
Like, all right, listen. All the old movies, pictures we've seen growing up, we've never seen one of these things. How? I don't understand. I don't.
Oh,
We should
what
have
are
seen
these?
these before.
Are these the same things? They're uni wheels or uni?
Yeah,
What?
they're one of those are the ones that were on Popular Science, the red one.
Weird. Those are freaky looking.
More pictures here.
I mean, look how old these pictures are. Some of them are self-propelled, but some of them they're driving with a steering wheel. Like, I can't.
Oh, stuff keeps getting weirder and weirder every day. You know,
Yeah. Now here's some
monowheel
current
ride.
day ones that I've never seen before. It's just so bizarre.
So are they like regular tires that you have to? I mean, how do you change
That's what I
the
was
tires on
wondering.
them?
Where do they get the tires from? They have to like special order them, I guess. Yeah, it does look like a novelty thing, but how have I never seen this before? How have I never seen photographs or a video or anything? I've never seen this before. And it's been in our history since 1860. Like, that's 150
We
years.
thought I remember studying the history of bicycles and motorcycles. I never seen this before.
150 years. I've never seen or heard of this. Come on. That's weird.
What's the chat saying about it right now? I'm curious.
Looks like a novelty thing people build like in the desert when there's nothing else going on.
Yeah.
That's Moon Freedom.
Novelty item.
We have
D.
crazy
Johnson said,
roller skates.
Brian, I'll let you decide if you want that to show in the chat. D. Johnson says, Jesus said, blessed are the solitary Coptic monachos and elect, for you will find the kingdom, for you are from it, and to it you will return. Thomas 49, monocle, make the two one and see. Eddie Van Heed says, time travel machine. All right, this one's Teresa's.
Look at these skates,
Where's
guys.
what's the going for it, Sandy?
What's with these skates?
You gotta let Teresa see the bottom where the words are.
They're called pedal skates, Brian, and they were patented in 1913, and we've never seen or heard of these before.
They
I don't
went
have
up
much
and
information
down.
on them.
So it would be like you lift up your knee and it pedals, and then you push down and it pedals. So they're literally bicycles for your feet.
I was like, what the heck? I don't know much about them. I just know I wouldn't have been caught dead wearing them.
There has to be some kind of joke or something.
Yeah. They look dangerous.
I'm surprised people don't use those things today.
Because they don't make them no more, Brian. They have those inline skates. And let me tell you what, I was a skater growing up, but I did the old-fashioned 4 wheels. And when they transitioned to those inline skates, I said, nope, can't do that. So if I ever get in a pair of skates again, they're going to be 4 wheels or nothing at all. I'm breaking my neck. I'm falling. It's been many years since I've been roller skating, probably in my 20s. I think that's the last time I remember roller skating. So, yeah, too many years. Yeah, I know Eric M. I've never seen him either. I was like tripping out over that. Crazy. But I wanted to share it with everyone. Hey, Dean Johnston, welcome.
And Eric M. doesn't remember any of those that we just showed.
Nah.
And
Hey,
it's
Moon
new
Freedom.
to me for Adam for Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's talk about Frankenstein's monster for just a minute here.
That's you,
Okay,
Sandy.
it's not just Frankenstein's monster. This is a two-parter with Teresa's in it.
Oh, yeah, mine's too. We'll do Sandy's first. Sandy, go ahead and do your part.
Well, I'm curious as to this. I think we should have put this one out on Halloween. Do you think?
But
I
we'd
didn't
have to
find
wait
it
a
on
whole year,
Halloween.
Brian.
You want me to wait till October?
No. Go ahead, get it out now. You already let the cat out of the bag.
Okay. Where do you remember the bolts in Frankenstein's monster, however you want to say it? Now, this may sound like an old
Where's
Mandela
the
effect,
bolt?
but I assure you it's not. I'm just asking you. And if you already saw this, just answer what you originally answered. Where are the bolts in Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster?
Yes.
Teresa, Dean Johnson says hi.
Oh,
Yeah.
was I not supposed to go to that one?
Where are they at, man?
Brandon C says neck bolts. No, not yet, Brian. We're waiting for answers. David Morris says neck. Daniel P says none. Eric says neck. Mandela FX Watchdog says neck.
Yep.
If you guys notice,
I agree.
See them both in the neck and the head. Original in the head, I think. Okay, we have enough answers. Go on, Brian.
we try to make this show as interactive as possible. I'm glad you guys are giving us feedback on that. So let's see what's next.
Dean and Daniel both say neck. So last year, the ME community found two changes with Frankenstein. The bolts moved from the head to the neck. And a lot of you just remember the neck. That's fine. And he has staples in his head now. That is not what I'm talking about. These are old Mandela effects with this. Okay? This is just like a recap. But what changed for me is I'm waiting for my screen update. Okay. But now we also have either scars on his wrists, bolts on his wrists, or a bar connecting his arm to his hand on a wrist. I vaguely remember the scars, but not the bars or the bolts. He still has the bolts on the neck now, but he also has bolts on his hand sometimes. And he also has a bar on his wrist sometimes. And he also has scars on his wrist sometimes. Now, here's a painting where someone remembers bolts on the wrist. Which I do not. As well as scars. Hey, Curiouser.
Hey, Curiouser.
So the interesting part is if you look at the movie,
Hey, Curiouser. Welcome.
Boris Karloff does not have bolts in the wrists, yet this history thing says that he does. As the monster, Boris Karloff wears a square skull, bolts in his neck and wrists. No, there were never bolts in the wrists. Then in this movie, I forget what year it's from, there are bolts in the wrists. It's so bizarre. I've never seen bolts in the wrists. There's a lot of people drawing it with it in there, huh?
Even in the cartoons?
Yeah. The top right image is from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's very hard to see. But underneath where like a stigmata mark would be, that's where the silver bolt is. Can you see it?
No.
Silver.
Hard to make out.
Yeah, I know. It's when you look at the image up close, you see it. It's a silver bolt. Just trust me, it's there. And then this person dressed up their dog with bolts on the head, the neck, and the wrists.
Yeah, I only remember him in the neck. That's all I've ever seen. Okay, so is this another part? This is the second part?
Yes, this is Teresa's. Teresa, you want to read it? This is a good find. Teresa left, so I'm going to have to read. All right, while looking for residue, Teresa Lynch found a change with his bride. Do you remember this triangular stitching on her face?
No.
Around her ear, down under her chin, to her throat.
No, I don't.
I don't either. I'm waiting to see if the chat remembers it. Like, you're already on the next image. We just remember stitching across her neck, but nothing on the face. So here's there's scenes from movies, posters, art, all
Oh my
drawing
God,
this
yeah,
weird
the triangle
stitching.
stitches there. Yeah. You guys remember that at all?
I
Does
know they're
anybody
talking
remember
about
that?
Smooth Criminal. That's an old one. That is a super old Mandela effect.
Which one? The Smooth Criminal?
The You've Been Struck
You've
By.
been hit by, you've been hit by is
Yeah.
what it is now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Moneybags found that back in 2017.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I stopped sharing.
You did stop sharing just in time for the residue.
Sorry, we got Teresa back.
Oh,
Hey
the high
Teresa,
speed is not.
welcome
Hey,
back.
thank you.
I just did your bride. We're looking at the residue. We're looking at how it is now.
Now this is green. You have green around the outside, which means this is
This is
what people
residue.
remember.
Either stitching on the neck or nothing. Well,
I
that's what we're
imagine.
covering now, overdue render. New Mandela effects. That Teresa and I find.
Yeah.
Although there is
I
one by
don't know
Maybe
how,
It's Mandela here, but there's also one from me in the same folder.
let me see. Let's talk about Chinese philosopher.
That's Teresa's.
Confucius?
Confucius
Guys?
say, hey, Confucius say,
Confucius?
man who smoke pot choke on handle.
Brian, what are you looking at?
No, I'm just,
Oh,
it's just a joke. It's a joke.
okay. All right, Teresa. You want to read it? It's yours. Teresa,
Yeah. Oh,
you want to read
Chinese
it?
philosopher. Yeah, Chinese philosopher who lived in the 4th century BC. How do you spell Confucius?
All right,
How do you spell Confucius, guys? In the chat, please spell Confucius.
Confucius.
Stay here, Brian, because the answer's on the next slide.
I'll
Stay
stay here
here.
as long as you need me to.
No
Sandy.
disappearing, Brian. Don't play
Well,
Houdini on us.
we need some answers from the chat. So far,
Confucius,
there
how do
are
you spell
none.
it?
So far, we're still waiting for a single answer. How do you spell Confucius, guys? Eric
That
M.
might be too
remembers
hard.
Confucius. David Morris, the same. IOUS. Eddie Van Keen is confused. Moon Freedom, IOUS. And spell check tried to correct it. Exactly.
Okay.
Daniel P, IOUS. Wow, we have an answer finally of the correct answer. Scott Garrison remembers IUS, no O. Brian, you can go to the next slide now.
Confucius.
So Teresa and I remember the O. Go ahead, Teresa, read it. Teresa?
His name was Confucius in our past, but his name has always been missing the O.
Yeah.
That hurts my head.
Yeah, it does. It looks wrong.
It hurts my head.
How do you spell it, Brian? Brian, spell.
I see both, but that just looks.
Overdue render. I'm curious. I'm sorry, Brian. I wanted to ask Overdue render when he woke up to the Mandela effect. I was curious. What are you saying, Brian?
I'm saying, like, I kind of see both, but the other one didn't look right. The one without the O just didn't look right.
It's too short. It looks too short for me. So do we, Scott Garrison.
Hang on a minute, Sandy. I think one of your residues changed. Look there in the top left.
I think it did too. You're absolutely right, because that was correct.
The top left one is showing without the O.
Wait, not only that, it's no longer centered. There's more space before the C than there is after the S. It definitely lost the O. I just showed that. The O was there.
Hang on a minute. This one changed too. Down there in the bottom left.
What is going on?
The bottom right, I mean. The bottom right and the upper left changed.
Oh my God. Guys, I'm freaking out because these were totally IOUS.
You're positive it was?
100%.
That's what happens, though. Residue can change in a flash. You know?
Daniel, these change?
These are showing Confucius IOUS. Let's see. IOUS. Yep, all those seem good. For some reason, the other two images changed.
No, Moon Freedom. It's always been IUS.
What's Moon Freedom saying?
Maybe different modern spelling and old spelling. Well, not for me, preliminal. It always had an O.
All right, let's talk about Zatarans.
Maybe it's Mandela. That sounds good.
Okay, maybe it's
All right,
Mandela.
Teresa, you're in charge of the chat. Teresa's in the chat. She keeps getting kicked out.
So you want to read this, Sandy?
All right, guys. What is the jazz player playing in the Zatarans logo and marketing?
And just to be clear, we say Zatarans, but it's spelled Zata, ZATARAIN.
Well, maybe it's Mandela covered that change a long time ago, she said. She remembers AN.
I do too.
And it's totally merged. Look at the RA.
Yep, the raw. It's not Zatarans anymore, it's Zatarains. So
Did you answer? Overdue render. When did you wake up to the Mandela effect?
So, Sandy, what's the answer?
I'm waiting for answers in the chat. Hey, Burgos. Burgos says clarinet. Eddie Von Keen says clarinet. Moon Freedom says trumpet. I don't think he's playing Rice, Crunchy B. Yes, Mandela Effect, FX Watchdog. Yes. That's maybe Mandela's older ME. Oh, God, my eyes are driving me crazy.
Well, what's everyone saying? So we're going to go with clarinet on that one?
Now, wait. Eric M says saxophone. Daniel P says trumpet. I remember a horn or trumpet. Someone, maybe saxophone, says Moon Freedom. Someone in Teresa's group remembered a trombone. She remembered the slide going in and out. So
I
I'm going
kind
to
of
show
see
you.
that too.
The next image is me mocking up what it would look like with other instruments and the original instrument. So the top would be the horn or the trumpet. The second one down would be the trombone, and the third one would be the clarinet. Now we wrote oboe because I thought that's what maybe it's Mandela had said it was, but it is indeed a clarinet, and has always been a clarinet. Now we did a poll in the group. You'll see oboe there. No one picked it. No one said clarinet in the comments. 21 votes for horn, trumpet, and 6 votes for saxophone. Hey, Prelim.
Hey, preliminal. The community's memories vary from remembering horn, trumpet, saxophone, even a trombone.
And a trombone.
But no one seems to remember the oboe that's always been in the logo in this reality. So you
And again,
called it
it's
an
clarinet
oboe?
now. It's a clarinet.
Clarinet? Okay.
Yeah, again, I was told it was an oboe, so I wrote oboe, and then I found out it was clarinet.
Okay.
Now, this is one that I found. While looking for residue, I found something odd. I don't ever remember seeing their fish and chick fry written as FRI, but they've used FRI since 1962. So my whole life it's been FRI. And it's merged, by the way.
Isn't
The
it?
R and
Yeah.
the I.
The R and the I, yeah. R and the A there, and then the R and the I. So
Yeah.
does anybody remember this here chicken fry being spelled with an I?
But wait,
Or,
it gets weirder. The next slide gets weirder. I
oh,
don't
really?
know if they bought out another company or what, but on the left we have Zatarain's New Orleans seasoned fish fry with a Y. And then on the right we have Zatarain's New Orleans style fish fry with an I. So I'm confused now. No idea what's going on here.
That's
Is that
definitely
the
strange.
knockoff? I don't understand.
That's inconsistency. Here's something else interesting, Sandy. That's inconsistent to me. Like, why would like Looney Tunes? That speaking of the inconsistencies, like whenever you type in LooneyTunes.com, if you try to spell it OONS,
It
it'll redirect
autocorrects.
you to the correct one, Tunes.
Well, that's because
TUNS.
they buy that. That's what
Yeah,
when you set up a domain, you can
yeah,
also buy other addresses to link to your domain. So they know people are going to misspell it. They're going to
exactly.
buy
It's
it.
almost like they're prepared that people are going to misspell it.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's Wizards of
But
Oz?
what
Can
I
we talk
find the
about that?
most interesting, wait a minute, but what I find the most interesting is Home Depot. It's always been the Home Depot. So why isn't the website the Home Depot? It's just homedepot.com.
Actually, let's do Sound of Music. Let's do that one.
Okay.
You want to read it, Sandy?
All right. The Sound of Music has a new Mandela effect that is really upsetting me. There's already 2 Mandela effects with this movie. The song "My Favorite Things," string changed to strings, strudel changed to strudels, and Fizzy Pop remembers a light blue or white top on Maria in the intro song, but it's black now. So on the right we have residue of string instead of strings, and on the left we have current reality for Maria. And then here's some residue of blue and white shirts.
You're telling me it's black now?
It's black, yeah. Now here's the new Emmy, the question for the chat, if they know The Sound of Music. The Von Trapp children were introduced to Maria. I can't read it, Brian. You got to scroll up.
Sorry.
It's okay. By Captain Von Trapp in a line wearing uniforms. He blew the whistle and they came marching down the steps and lined up, said their names. Which ones do you remember? Do you remember a light gray with green, or do you remember a light blue or a steel blue with navy blue? Moon Freedom is screaming blue in the chat. I am well aware that more females are going to know this answer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I've watched this 100 times. Probably 1,000 times, honestly. Brian, wait, I'm waiting for more answers. Stay here.
Yeah, we got to get more answers, guys.
David Morris remembers green. So we already had 50-50 in the chat.
And just remember, don't let our answers influence your answers. We want your honest opinion of what you remember.
Yep. Yes, yes, yes. I remember them looking very drab. Teresa is screaming blue. Anyone else know the movie? I'm shocked. Daniel P says blue. All right, you can go on. It's one green and all blue.
Okay. Hang on, what is it?
It's green now. I remember blue. 100%. The green is not drab. It's odd, but it's not drab. They were wearing like a steel blue gray color. Like it was more gray than blue, but it had a hint of blue. And then the band and the thing around their neck, that was navy blue. It's green now, like green. Like there's no mistaking the color. And to make matters worse, their socks are now like a wheat, off-white, cream color. You can see their shoes are white. That clashes so bad. It looks horrible. Who pairs cream socks with gray and white? That looks horrible.
Well, this is residue, right?
This is residue. There were 2 anime cartoons about the Von Trapp family. They're all in blue. And there's that steel gray blue color I'm talking about. Right. If they were children of a military father, it would be blue. I agree. Here are replica costumes and a play where they have the green. So weird. They were pure white. I agree, Moon Freedom, 100%. Teresa noticed that too when she saw the image of them. So weird. It's so wrong. Thank you, Teresa. So in case anyone remembered white, here's white and blue. That's why I have it in orange. I don't remember white, but hey, if someone does.
So is this a play where they have them in blue?
Yeah, they have them in white and blue.
That's odd. Yeah.
Overdue render, we just find them on our own. We just randomly see stuff and know it's wrong and let the community know. I'm not finding them, like looking for them. We just come across them on our own.
And we've seen these movies like change multiple times. The classic movies.
Mm-hmm. Here's
It
plays where they remember the blue.
It could be some really, really small change, but even that small change makes a big difference in the movie, you know?
Scott Garrison, the Pillsbury Doughboy, has changed at least 2 more times for me that I've covered him, besides that handkerchief from 2016. Brian, if you want, we can do that folder again for those in the chat who are new, who haven't seen those changes after we're done this one.
Yeah, sure. If you tell me the name of it, I'm sure I could search for
I
it.
could send you links to them too. But
Yeah,
speaking of The Sound of Music, the city that the movie was filmed in, that they were supposed to be from, was Salzburg, Austria. Can you please spell Salzburg in the chat?
That's easy for me because I lived in that area for 2 years.
You did. How did you spell it, Brian?
With a Z.
No, spell the whole word.
Salzburg.
Okay, so you're not affected by it then.
No. I lived there for 2 years in Germany.
Yeah.
In that area.
Well, then my residue is gonna blow your mind, Brian. I'm not kidding. I have maps. It's gonna blow your mind. Like crazy maps going back to like the 1600s.
Salzburg for you?
Yeah, with a T.
With a T. Wow.
Just like Charles Schultz is now Scholes.
Yeah, I'm not affected by this one. Probably because I was there.
Yeah, well, wait until you see the residue.
Wait, hang on. How do you spell Schwarzenegger now?
Same. SCH.
Is it T? Is
WAR.
it a T or did they take out the T in his name? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think there's a T in his name.
Okay.
I'm sending you a link to the Pillsbury logo folder.
Salzburg.
Just let you know, Sensual Shroom, remember Salzburg with a T. Brian, check these out. This is how it is. Look at this. Look at the map on the bottom. The artwork.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Salzburg Children's Choir. The map on the bottom. I know it's blurry, but you can clearly see the T.
Yeah, it says Salzburg.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just send me something?
That's the link to the next, to the Pillsbury folder.
Okay.
We're staying at Salzburg. That was the previous image. That's a postcard on the bottom. It says Salzburg, nice and big.
I keep thinking of Salisbury steak whenever I see this.
I know. Look at the drawing on the top. It's got the V for the U, but it's still Salzburg with a T.
Yep. And
Here's
what's the
another
chat
map.
room? Did you ask the chat what they remember?
Yeah, one person remembers Salzburg with a T, and then 2 people remember it with an S. Or 3 people remember it with an S. Guys, Salisbury steak is actually Salis, I think. Pretty sure it's Salisbury.
It's Salisbury steak?
Salisbury steak. I'm Googling it. Hold on. Yes, it's Lis.
No.
It's Salisbury steak. Salisbury steak.
Are you
Want me to
serious?
send you a picture?
Is
You want me
that
to send you a
anything
picture?
from you?
I found that one a long time ago, Brian.
That makes no sense at all.
You don't remember me talking about this on your show?
I don't. I don't remember you telling me.
It was before I made folders and graphics. Maybe that's why. It was created by J.H. Salisbury. Here, I'll send you the
I always say
screenshot.
Salisbury steak.
Here's a screenshot of Salisbury steak if you want to show it real quick before you get into the folder.
And I want to say Pillsbury Doughboy has one L now.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, never
No,
mind.
he does not. Oh my God. Don't scare me like that. Oh my God.
What'd you just send me?
I sent you a picture of Salisbury steak on Google.
Oh my God. It's blowing my mind right now.
Well, everybody in the chat remembers Salis. Salis.
Oh man. I don't know, man. I've always said Salisbury steak. And everybody that I know says Salisbury. So
That could be a southern accent thing too. Kind of sounds southern when you say that.
Salisbury steak.
Salisbury.
I don't know. I still get reprimanded whenever I say the word waffle.
It's waffle.
Everyone says waffle. I'm like, waffle?
Waffle. No, I say waffle.
Waffle.
You say waffle. I'm saying waffle.
I say waffle.
Oh.
Okay. Pillsbury.
Right.
Hey, potato, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree there, I guess. Okay, Pillsbury Doughboy. What happened to him now?
His coloring has changed. He's not white anymore. I'm not kidding. Go to the next slide. All right, so I said first he lost his necktie. We're going back to 2016, a recap. First he lost the blue necktie and it turned white. It's a subtle change, but it's still a change. I remember him white. His body now. We're talking about his body, okay? But now he's off white. I want you to look at the one on the right. Look at him. Look at the hat. Look at the tie. Look at his body. His body's no longer white. It's toasted now.
He's got a
dough
tan.
Colored.
He's got a tan.
He's dough colored. Wait, I even have like, there's residue of all white on the left. And that's how he looks now on the right. Guys, I covered this like a year ago.
I don't know. Look, it's making me hungry though for like something doughy like cookies.
So the white is residue for the white. You see what I'm saying? The background is white for the white.
Yeah, those pop things, they make everything in pops, don't they?
They do.
Pop.
And they're
Pop
usually residue. Not always, but usually. So here's how he is now. Look at the commercial on the top left. That's from the 1970s. Look how dark he is in the 1970s.
He had a blue tie. I know that.
He did have a blue tie, but we're not talking about that. That's an old one. This is the new one. Look at the ads. You can look how dark he is. He's not white anymore. He's not the same color as the hat and the new white tie.
No, he was all white. And then, you remember everyone used to touch on his belly? They'd press his belly and he'd go, woohoo!
Uh-huh. Now it's funny. Oh, wait, go back. Can you zoom in on the bottom right corner? He's clearly not white there in that ad, but he's white on the box.
Yeah, that's weird.
He's white on the box, but he's tan standing next to it. These are commercials. Stills from commercials at the top. Look how tan he is. It's insane. Yeah, he's slightly toasted. Exactly. He's toasted dough now.
Those are more pictures.
Now, I think I do have a blue slide coming up with blue residue.
He looks almost yellow right there. Look at that balloon.
Yeah, he looks... Yes, he does. He looks almost yellow. He's toasted. He's, like you said, he's got a tan now.
Mm-hmm.
So that was on the back of a Pillsbury box. You could cut out and have your own little Pillsbury Doughboy. And those are the colors they used. So here's residue of the blue. And he was very white with the blue.
Mm-hmm. The Simpsons. And Family Guy.
That's crazy. You remember him with a blue tie, but you remember him toasted? That's crazy. He's got like a mix of realities going on. Overdue render.
Garbage Pail Kids. Unfortunately, that's not residue.
Well, the blue tie is.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, wait. The blue tie?
Yeah, he's blue tie.
He doesn't have a blue tie.
No. That's the residue that overdue render would remember. A blue tie and toasted.
Wait, are you looking at the previous image?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids. That one doesn't have a blue tie.
Which one doesn't?
The Garbage Pail Kid?
The Garbage Pail Kid has a light blue tie. It's light blue.
Are you sure? Because that looks white.
100%, Brian.
I gotta look. I gotta zoom. I'm trying to zoom in on it. It looks white from here.
Guys, in the chat, please tell me you can see the blue in that tie. Is it just Brian? Because I see blue. It's just a light blue. It's pale. Kind of matches the stop sharing button at the bottom. It's blue, overdue render says. So, yeah. Brian, it's just you. And you can't see it. I don't understand that.
I don't really see the blue. I see it's white mostly.
Brian, it's shaded with blue.
Okay, I could see that now.
Okay.
Okay, I thought you meant the whole coloring. But yeah, if that one
Like
could be
Blue Freedom
right
says,
there.
Garbage Pail Kids probably had to make a difference for copyright. Yes, light blue. Scott Garrison says light blue. Adam for Christ, yep, light blue. Yeah.
So just remember Pillsbury in case if that does change to 1L. You want to keep an eye on that one.
Okay.
It
gosh.
always has two. Okay, let's talk about plants now. Is this one?
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about this one here.
Okay.
being that it is Valentine's Day and all, plants and flowers, they go from one hand to another hand.
Yes. Well, let me think.
Oops. There we go.
Okay. You can read it. Go ahead, because my eyes really bothering me.
All right. Some new plants popped up in my reality this week. I'm curious if they are new for you as well.
Yes. So I'm not saying they're a Mandela effect, but I've never seen them before.
The first is a living fossil. The
Welwitschia.
Welwitschia mirabilis plant is found in the deserts of Africa and is considered extremely rare.
I think we were missing a slide here.
It seems like it, yeah.
Well, no, look how
So,
big. I want you to see how big that is. Can you go back for 1 second and zoom in on the
yeah,
bottom
sure.
right? Like, they're the size of, like, a car. They're huge. They look like a pile of seaweed in the desert. Okay.
The second, you want to read it?
No, you go ahead.
The second is an orchid, but that's what makes this orchid special is that it grows completely underground, only breaking onto the surface whenever it blooms.
And they're tiny. They're like the size of a quarter.
These orchids flower underground. Only found in Western Australia and has no green parts. And survives by stealing food from neighboring plants, making an orchid. This orchid is a parasite.
Yeah.
Wow. So you don't really see the stem ever. The stem is underground.
Right. And the stem isn't like your traditional green stem. It looks more like a root.
The final new plant reminds me of a unicorn horn and has proven to be false myth surrounding it. Lucky flower that blooms once in a lifetime?
That's the myth that I'm going to be talking about, yeah.
What's it called? The room noble plant is found in the mountains of Tibet and is known to be lucky if found. Flower that blooms once in 400 years? So it's false?
It's false, yeah. That's a myth that's surrounding it that's false. But, yeah, read that part. Read the bottom.
Why it's considered lucky is the problem is all over the internet you can find false information stating that it only blooms once in a lifetime or every 400 years.
So the myth is that if you find it, it must be very lucky because it only blooms once every 400 years. So if you find one, you're super lucky that you saw it. But it's not true. It blooms every year.
Oh my goodness. I've never heard of it, and it looks like a unicorn horn. So it made my list.
Yeah.
So it's not quite as lucky then, is it?
No, it's not. Well, it's only found in Tibet, so.
So is that? I wonder if that's. Is it the petals? Like, well, I mean, what's causing it to have that appearance?
Yeah, it's very leafy. But the weird thing is, some of them are actually curved like a horn. You'll see in the one in the next pictures. It's actually twisted like a horn. The one on top right, you see it? Can you zoom in?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Some really look like a horn. Hey, system failure.
That's interesting.
It kind of look like cabbage or lettuce or just
Well, it's
very leafy.
almost that time of the year too. Corned beef and cabbage. St. Patty's Day.
My grandma made that all year long.
Corned beef and cabbage, really?
Yeah. Yep. I miss it because she passed away in the 90s, so I haven't had it in years.
All right, so now
Now
we're
we're
going
in
to
the
talk about.
logos now.
Yes, this is our favorite part of the show, isn't it, Sandy?
Oh yeah. So
We
first
love
of
talking
all,
about logos.
notice the T's are merged there in Rainbow Scotties, but also look at the weird eye dots. They're like ovals. Guys, do you remember rainbow colored tissues? Like a box of tissues with all different colors in it?
No.
I mean, granted, these are probably from the 70s, but still. I've never
Rainbow
heard of them.
Scotties. Notice how they spell the word. Notice how they spell the word colors. So this is either in France or England.
Britain. Yeah.
Britain.
But the thing is, they had them here as well, but I still don't. I don't know why they don't have these. I know why they got rid of colored toilet paper, because they said something like the dye was bad for the nether regions. I can't imagine why they wouldn't make these now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the toilet paper I understand, but so this magazine's from the 80s. The A in heavy looks like a pyramid because it's totally sitting on the T.
Yeah.
Everything's merged. Which is so weird. There's two of them there because I didn't know which one you could see better.
That one looks like you can see better. Lost Girl.
This is a TV series from Canada. And I don't remember the I being an apostrophe or the L having a dot above it.
You mean an exclamation point?
Yeah, an exclamation point. Why did I say apostrophe? Like, I'm tired.
Yeah. I hear you.
I don't remember an eyeball in the now. That's what I call music CDs. I remember it looking like a CD, but you would take that rim away, and it looked like a CD. Now it looks like an eyeball.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't even look round. It kind of looks like it's curved a little bit. This is from a television show, like commercial, in the 80s, with the H and L and I merged.
Oh, you found Hershey bars.
I found Hershey bars.
Oh my God! Thank you, Sandy.
Oh, I have another one for you in here.
Because it's never been Hershey bars anymore. It's always been Hershey's.
Yes.
The T's cut off.
Yes. From the 1970s.
What's going on with Newsies?
I don't remember the end doing that at all. I've never seen the end do that.
Me neither. The Grateful Dead.
Yeah, some people remember grateful spelled like great. And there's some residue of Grateful Dead. I'm not affected by that one. I remember it how it's spelled now, Grate.
Yeah,
But
I'm
some
not
people
affected
remember
by that.
Great, and there's residue of it. All right, so this one's weird. I don't ever remember this logo. But the Kodak logo above the big Kodak logo is completely different than the Kodak logo. The K is different. The A is not connected to the D like the bottom one. The D is different. You see, like, all of these fonts. And then the logo below the big logo is different from the top two. It's a mess. There are three different logos, and I've never seen any of them. This was a show from the 90s out of this world, and it's all merged now. Okay, so I threw this in here because I talked about this on Curious's channel. Someone keeps this same animal, the Toiger, keeps popping up in the group, and this time they shared a fake image. The image on the top left is what they shared. That is not what the Toiger looks like. That's total Photoshop.
Really?
The problem is, yeah, the cat looks, the bottom right is what the cat looks like. The top left is the Photoshop. The problem is people see these in the group and then they run with it, and next thing you know, it's being shown on a show somewhere that that's what a Toiger looks like. I'm just like, people, please just do a quick Google search. Now, this was shared by Dawn and Teresa, and they showed the real cat, which is great, years ago. But people have to be very, because we rely on how things look in the Mandela effect community, visually. So we really got to be careful of Photoshop. This is residue. It's thinner, but they're equal. It's thinner because it's ores, but at least the lines are straight and equal.
Right, not like a pinwheel.
Yep.
What,
All right,
what
so
is
here's a Manskuse alert. I've never seen this. Okay. So now they're saying the reason why the doorway is there is because it was added. Before we just saw that the doorway was always there. But now they're saying you could have seen his feet before. They added the door. So before, the door was always there. It was painted above the doorway, which was then closed off. Now, the doorway was added later, and they actually cut into the painting. I can't imagine them doing that. That's insane. So Fraggle Rock's logo has changed for me. I don't remember the words coming out of the circle. I don't remember it merging into the circle. I don't remember the K being part of the E in Rock and Fraggle. I don't remember all this merging. It's a mess. And I don't remember the dot between Jim Henson's.
Yeah, I don't remember the dot either with Jim Henson's.
And the T is cut off in width. So this is residue of no bone socket.
Talking about in the eyes?
Yep. There's two of them. I think there's an image in between them. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, this is from the 80s, early 80s. Look at the R, the A's. No, not the A's. Just the R's. The R's are broken. And the A and the M is merged. The R and the I is merged.
It was not like that. And by the way, the
The G and
ABC,
the O.
that was not like that. It wasn't rounded off like that. It was square at the top on the A, top right.
Yep. And
It
the
was like
next one,
regular.
little things coming off the top of the A's.
Yeah, Super Sci-Fi Saturday. What is this?
Look at the A's and the P and the E and the R. It's all breaking through. Oh, no, that's the line. No, it's breaking through at the top. Do you see it? The little dash just going through. It's just, I don't know. I didn't see stuff like that. This is an old one, but I thought I'd cover it again because there's new people in the chat. I don't ever remember AW root beer having those R's connecting into the E, the O's overlapping. Just so weird. The pointy C in cookie mix, and the I and the X is merged, and the K and the I. We see a lot of these pointy C's, and the C is eating the O. We see that a lot too, like with Canon. And I can't think of any off the top of my head right now besides Canon. So this is also from the 80s. The T's are cut off, the E's are crooked, the B is broken, and the R is just a curve. Oh. I don't remember the K's connecting in Skip though. I do remember that B. but I don't remember the case connecting.
No, me either.
What am I looking at here? Oh, it's residue of the stoplight. I pulled some things from older folders in case people missed them. But there's one for you that's coming up. So here's residue of the glasses on the sun. Teresa found this one. Ray Brand. Parody.
No, I like that. Ray Brand.
Yeah. So, guys, have you ever seen this Chase logo before? I've never seen these colors. And there should be another one on the next slide, Brian. Oh, no, this is residue for you. Here you go. There's no star in the middle.
Well, see, the thing is, I remember the star in the middle between the two words. I don't remember like it is now at the bottom. The star is at the bottom.
Oh, I thought you didn't remember the star in the middle.
No, I remember the star in the middle. It was like dead
Oh.
center in the middle.
Well, interestingly, they connected the T but not the D to the lines on the side. All right, so here's the other Chase logo I've never seen before. Now, I researched Chase's logo because World Church did videos on the Chase bag sign back in 2018. I've never seen these logos before, and now they're popping up. So that red and blue one, and then this multicolored drab Chase Manhattan Bank logo.
I don't remember being multicolored.
Me either. Thank you, Mark. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Mark.
What other folder are you doing?
I think we've about summed it all up, right? Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see if there's anything we should do before we go. Give me a minute, guys. I'm scrolling. Maybe I'll just send you a folder, Brian. You want to do a shout out while I'm looking?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. We got system failures there. We got Dean Johnson. I like that Dean always puts these Bible verses in there. That's awesome. Thank you, Dean. The root of David has prevailed. Open the book and loose the seven seals thereof. Revelation 5:5. We got Blue Pac-Man 13. We got Overdue Render. Roadhog. Scott Garrison, hey brother. Welcome. You got Overdue Render.
Sorry, someone's honking outside.
Hey Sandy.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you, what's the I guess the best thing that you find with residue? Like, what is the key thing that you can take away from all that when you hunt for residue?
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Like, it's like you're on a quest, right? You're trying to find.
Oh, I'm just trying to find what I remember because I guess to validate and to make me feel better after I find something's wrong.
Yeah, we have these things in the Mandela effect community, these terms, Sandy came up with "man-scuse," which I like that. I like that, Sandy.
Nice.
Let's see, what's another one?
Here's a cute little one. It's short. Oh no, it's not short. Let's not do that one. It's very long. Let's do this one. This one's short. It's only 3 slides. I'm gonna share the link with you. Because I know you missed this one when you took your break. There you go.
Oh, the tattoo that's new?
Yeah, it's new. Well, it was new to me back then. I've known about it almost a year now, or over a year now.
Oh, thank you for finding that.
No problem. Let's see what the chat remembers. Some of them may have seen this before. I don't know, but it's been a long time. So
Have
yes
you
or
ever
no in the chat. Go ahead, Brian.
have you ever heard of Connect the Dots tattoos?
In the chat, guys. Yes or no? Have you ever heard of these or seen them before? I'm curious.
So apparently it's
Like
a thing.
these are actual tattoos. People get numbers and dots tattooed on their body, and that's it. Just the numbers and the dots. I'm not saying it's a Mandela. I'm just saying this is weird.
It is weird. And, there's more than one person doing them. Multiple people.
Moon Freedom says, "Oh my God, I wouldn't put that on my body." And no, never seen. Not a thing. Not a thing for me either. Scott Garrison says, "No, no."
Well, I think that's great stuff, Sandy. You and Teresa did an awesome job finding those residues. And for all of you out there, if you're wanting to join the group, you want to tell them about the group, Sandy?
Oh, sure. Yeah. If you guys are on Facebook, Teresa has a Mandela Effect Facebook group. It is private, so anything you share, only members can see it, which is good in case you don't want to talk about the Mandela Effect with your family or want them to know that you see the Mandela Effect. So when you join, you will be presented with questions. Make sure you answer them, because if you don't, the moderators and admins will decline your membership. That's how we, weed out. Well, one of the steps we take to make sure people are Mandela affected before we let them in the group.
Because there's so many bots.
Too.
There's so many bots, right, Sandy? There's bots that try to get in there.
There's bots. There's people selling stuff. Like we had someone try to join the group that sells Nelson Mandela coins. There's all sorts of strange reasons why people try to join groups. I am going to get a link and put it in the chat. And again, if you're not in the group already, the link should take you to the generic page asking you if you want to join. And when you do, make sure you fill out the questions.
Yeah.
I am trying to paste and it's not letting me. There we go. So that's the Facebook group if anyone's interested.
Before we go, Sandy. Oh, good.
What?
Good.
Oh, I was going to say, Teresa's very good with putting a lot of the newer Mandela effects in there, as well as other members. They share newer Mandela effects. Sometimes we cover them on the show. And that's about it. I mean, you can subscribe to my channel. I do live stream occasionally, and tomorrow night, I am supposed to live stream with Damien. Brian, you're welcome to join. I haven't heard from Damien, so I'm not sure. But I'm supposed to have a live stream tomorrow night on my channel, so if you want, you can subscribe to me as well. And I'll
I
put
want to
my
read this.
channel. Huh?
Sandy, before we go, I wanted to read this short story about Valentine's Day, and I may bore some of you, but just have a patient heart with this one, okay?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Sure.
So, a short story about Valentine's Day. Today, I wanted to surprise you. I know it's cliche to do this on Valentine's Day, but I'm a hopeless romantic, and I like to show it. Just before you went to sleep last night, I turned off your alarm. I had gone out of my way to ensure that you had the day off from work. I contacted your manager and told her that I had a surprise in store for you. I'm glad she allowed you a day off because work had been busy lately, and apparently there were others who wanted a day off on Valentine's Day. Yeah, this idea comforted me somehow, but I wasn't the only one who was going to give into this commercially driven invention of a holiday. I got up early to make you breakfast, boiled some eggs, baked some croissants, poured you some fresh orange juice, the works. Your reaction when I woke you up was golden. Of course, it was well past time to get up for work. Your smile when I told you I managed to get you the day off from work was one that I'll never forget. We enjoyed breakfast, basking in the sunlight, and listening to some easy tunes from a playlist that I created just for this moment. I had every detail worked out, and it was perfection, just like the ones you see in romantic movies. We drove up to the beach and had a long stroll, discussing our lives, hopes, and dreams. We sat by the beach house and had a small lunch, and then I took you to a nearby museum we had always wanted to visit but never did get to go for some reason. After the museum, we had a couple drinks at a small cafe, and then I took you out for dinner. I had made reservations at that Japanese restaurant you would always tell me about, the one where they make the food in front of you on the table. It was possibly the best food I ever ate. And when we finally made it back home, you were too exhausted for anything else. We went back to bed, and you fell asleep in my arms. When you were lying there and I was holding you, I just couldn't help but shake that one thought that you're perfect in every conceivable way. It's just too bad you're from another nation. My imagination. The end. So I thought that was a really cute story, to share on Valentine's Day.
Aw, it was kind of sad too.
Yeah, a little bit. But be easy with your significant other and try to treat them in the best way possible. And if you're
Every
going to
day, not
surprise
just
them,
Valentine's Day.
yeah. I think the element of surprise is what makes it so great too. Is making their hopes fulfilled and their dreams fulfilled, and I think it's nice when it goes both ways. You know, so I just want to share that with you guys, and hope you enjoyed it. So, do you have anything else, Sandy, for the group, for the chat?
Uh, no, that's it for tonight.
All right. Well, we'll be back on next week with some brand new Mandelas, and hopefully we'll revisit some old ones as well, because they're constantly circulating. The Mandela effects are not going to stop, right, Sandy? They just keep
No,
coming.
yeah, we go through slow periods sometimes, but they always speed right back up again.
Moon Freedom says I subbed your channel, Sandy. Cool, thanks.
Yes, and I said, oh, thanks.
Hey guys, please by all means sub Sandy's channel. She really works hard at finding residues and she put all these photographs together, and she's a real whiz. So this is like a big thing. So if you don't mind, just go ahead and sub her channel real quick.
And I am going to try to put more content up. It's hard because I do 3 shows a week, and I do all the graphics for all the 3 shows a week. So, but eventually I hope to do more, and I do try to live stream once in a while. It's just, again, I'm already doing 3 shows a week, so sometimes it's hard to do a 4th show, but I try. There is a video up there, though. There's 2 videos up, plus live streams at the moment.
Well, I hope everybody gets to snuggle up next to their significant other tonight and enjoy the warmth there, and stay out of that cold.
Yeah, please be safe, guys.
Be safe
This
on the
weather's
road.
horrible.
Be safe on the road. Think of others. Thank you, guys. Have a great Mandela Effect night, and God bless. We'll see you next week.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.